You sat through algebra. You crammed for economics. You memorized business terms in textbooks written by people who never built a business. But while you were busy learning how money works, some people were busy mastering it in the real world. They didn't have it easy. Most didn't start rich, and yet they cracked a code that schools never hand out. Here are the smartest money strategies they never taught you, but some legends use them to rise from nothing to billionaires. You'll want to stay till the end, because number 1 didn't just build wealth, he redefined risk itself. Number 8. Zell bet on what everyone else fears. The son of Polish immigrants who narrowly escaped the horrors of the Holocaust, Zell's childhood was framed by survival. That upbringing embedded in him a fundamental principle. Real opportunity lies in the places others run from. 0 to billions. While still in college, Zell noticed student housing wasn't being managed efficiently. So he stepped in, managing buildings, collecting rent, and soon buying undervalued properties others ignored. But his real magic unfolded during economic crisis. While the herd fled from collapsing real estate markets during downturns, Zell ran toward them, buying properties for pennies on the dollar and flipping them later for massive gains. The strategy. Zell didn't fear recessions, he hunted them. His boldest investments came during economic turbulence, like the 1990s real estate bust and the 2008 financial crisis. He would wait, buy low, hold with conviction, and then sell at the peak. That pattern made him one of America's most successful real estate moguls. The lesson: wealth isn't made when everyone's greedy. It's made when everyone's scared, and you have the courage to go the other way. Schools teach caution. Zell teaches timing and guts. Number 7. Shiv Nadar, built from the bottom, on the top. Shiv Nadar didn't grow up with privilege. Born to a middle-class family in India, he didn't have fancy degrees or connections. What he had instead was clarity and discipline. 0 to billions. Nadar began small, selling calculators. Instead of chasing shiny trends or tech hypes, he focused on what the market needed right now. He wasn't trying to change the world overnight. He was trying to meet a need and then scale it. Eventually, he founded HCL, Industin Computers Limited, now a global powerhouse. But his genius wasn't just in building the business. It was in how he scaled it, slowly, deliberately, and with deep focus. The strategy. He reinvested every early profit into infrastructure, R&D, and talent. No flash, no distractions. He understood compounding not just in money, but in effort and ownership. The takeaway: you don't need to be a genius or have a billion-dollar idea. You need a practical idea, one that solves problems, and the patience to grow it like a tree, not a firework. Number 6. Thiel. Don't just build, bet on the next giant. Thiel was born to immigrant parents. He wasn't rich growing up, but he was insanely curious and always thinking 10 steps ahead. 0 to billions. After co-founding PayPal, Thiel did something extraordinary with his payout. He took a chunk of his fortune, $500,000, and wrote Facebook its very first check. In return, he got 10% of the company. That single decision turned his $500,000 bet into over $1 billion. The hidden genius. Thiel didn't chase status or credentials. He bet on people with obsession. He recognized Zuckerberg's obsession with building a connected world before anyone else did. The strategy. He teaches us a rare skill, the ability to spot future giants and invest early, not just in ideas, but in people who won't quit. The lesson. You don't have to create the next Facebook, but if you can recognize the next Zuckerberg before the world does, you can ride the wave to unimaginable wealth. Number 5. Larry Ellison, learn obsession, not just skills. Larry Ellison was born to a single mother and given up for adoption. He dropped out of college twice and had no clear career path. 0 to billions. Ellison didn't have academic accolades, but he had one thing schools rarely reward: obsession. He taught himself how to code, became obsessed with databases, and eventually started Oracle from scratch. Unlike many founders, he retained tight control of Oracle's shares, reinvesting profits back into the company over decades. The strategy. He didn't follow rules. He didn't follow trends. He followed his obsession and built the company not on speed, but on control, persistence, and reinvestment. Reminder. The world tells you to build skills, but Ellison reminds us, obsession, when tied to ownership, builds empires. Number 4. Jack Ma. Turn every rejection into leverage. Jack Ma's story is practically legend. He failed his college entrance exam, Got rejected by dozens of jobs, including KFC. No one believed in him. Zero to billions. But didn't just accept rejection. He used it as fuel. With no money and no real tech experience, he launched Alibaba, a platform that would empower small Chinese businesses to sell to the world. He pitched the vision to friends from a tiny apartment, convinced them, and slowly began building one of the largest e-commerce companies on the planet. The strategy? Every no became a red flag that the world was stuck in the past. May built what no one else saw and kept pushing when everyone doubted him. Lesson: rejection isn't failure. Sometimes it's validation that you're onto something disruptive. Number 3. Koum, make what you need, not what sells. Koum came to the US as a Ukrainian immigrant with a single mother. They lived on food stamps and barely scraped by. Zero to billions. Koum built WhatsApp because he missed his mother. He wanted a secure, private, and simple way to communicate with loved ones overseas. He didn't build it to be flashy. He refused to run ads or sell user data. He wanted trust, not trends. That personal need became a global utility, and eventually, Facebook acquired WhatsApp for $19 billion. The strategy? Forget fads. Forget what's hot. Build what your soul needs, because there are millions of people just like you. The lesson: solve your own problem deeply and well, and the world will follow. Number 2. Oprah Winfrey. On the platform, control the wealth. Oprah was born into abject poverty in Mississippi. She was abused, marginalized, and constantly told she'd never make it. Zero to billions. She broke into media as a talk show host, but she didn't stop there. Oprah understood something no one else in her space did. Ownership was more powerful than visibility. So she syndicated her own show. She launched her own production company. She created OWN, her own network. Her magazine, her name. Her products, her brand. The game changer? She didn't just work on camera. She owned the camera, the crew, the rights, the profits. The strategy: school teaches performance. Oprah teaches platform control. She turned every appearance into an asset. Lesson: if you're going to build something, make sure your name is on the ownership papers. Number 1. Elon Musk, risk, reinvest, repeat. Born in apartheid-era South Africa, Elon Musk came to America with barely any money and slept on couches while dreaming of space, energy, and electric cars. Zero to billions. He made his first millions selling Zip2, then took those millions and poured them into PayPal. Once PayPal sold, instead of playing safe, he went all in. He reinvested everything into SpaceX, Tesla, and SolarCity. He had no safety net. He nearly went bankrupt. He slept at factories. And when both SpaceX and Tesla were near collapse, he doubled down again. The masterstroke. Every dollar earned became rocket fuel for the next launch. Musk didn't diversify. He went all in every time, but only on things he deeply believed would change the world. The strategy? Don't chase returns, chase revolution, and back it with everything you've got. The lesson? True wealth isn't made by playing defense. It's built by reinvesting at the edge of what's possible and staying just crazy enough to keep going. You won't find these lessons in your textbooks, and every one of them followed a strategy that school forgot to teach. Own, don't rent. Solve real problems. Bet big when it matters. Reinvest like your life depends on it. Now it's your turn. Which of these wealth secrets will you use? Comment below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this with someone who needs to know that wealth isn't taught. It's earned. Because school gives you degrees, but real life, it gives you a choice: play safe or play smart.